I'm your host, Whitney Ward. I am here to bring knowledge and community. I believe that women are the most powerful entity on this planet. We are here to connect and bring life into this world. So let's rise up, come into our power, heal, and be whole. Anything and everything, let's talk about it. Welcome to Whitney's World Podcast. 5, 6, 7, 8, let's go! What is up, squad? Welcome back to another episode of Whitney's World Podcast. I am so excited to be here today. It is Friday. Friday is one of my favorite days to record. I just feel like the energy on Friday is just the best. Even though I sell real estate and I do work on weekends, I don't know, there's just something about the energy about Friday. So right now it's Friday. It's about 2 o'clock. I am here. I am so pumped. I've been working on this episode for you guys to make sure that it is powerful. It brings you knowledge. It brings you community. It brings you new ideas and it inspires you. So that is why I'm here. Inspiration is key to this life and so is manifesting. So we're going to jump into it. This episode, we're going to talk about manifesting. What is manifesting? What does it look like? That is definitely something that I feel like has been going around kind of our community, society right now is manifesting. I know there's a lot of, bad things going on. There's a lot of evilness. There's a lot of craziness. But on the flip side, when you kind of change your perspective and you surround yourself with people that believe in the higher, that believe in more, that believe in the goodness of this life and the magic of this life, because this life is so beautiful. It is such a treasure to be alive. It's a treasure to have community, to have friends and family, and just this life that we are living in, this timeline. It is so powerful. It is beautiful. And so I just want to kind of teach you guys and show you what I have learned through manifesting, because manifesting has absolutely 100% changed my life. And I will say, I really didn't know what manifesting was. I would say when I moved to Florida, which was the beginning of 2022, I didn't really know too much about manifesting. I understood that there's something about the future. If you constantly work hard and know where you're going and continue to persevere and press through and push through and go, that eventually, you'll break through and you will become successful. You will have the money, you will have the people, the cars, whatever. So that was kind of like a very basic idea of manifesting. And it was kind of like just always looking to the future, and eventually it will happen. You will meet that future. So when I moved to Florida, I was alone. Obviously I have family here, I have friends here, but a lot of my friends are married, they have children, they're super busy. So when I moved here, I really started getting into the podcast world. I started to kind of change my social media. I started unfollowing basically anyone that was famous, because I just started to realize that life is very toxic and evil in a lot of ways. And so my life just kind of started changing. I really wanted to become a different version of myself. And the best way for me to become a different version was uproot my life, move somewhere and become that. And so I'm really trying to embody the woman that I want to be, the person that I want to be, the entrepreneur that I want to be, and really up-level my life. I've been selling real estate as a very successful realtor in Colorado Springs since I was 22 is when I started my real estate career, and I'm 30. And so it's just cool to see what can happen in all of those years. But I also am like, okay, I did that. I want a new goal. I want to look towards something new. I want to manifest more opportunities, more relationships, better people, a better life, and essentially, obviously, more money. So we're going to break it down. I'm going to try to break it down as best as I can. This is kind of a loaded episode, so hang in there, guys. I love you. I am here for you. And I am, again, just trying to bring energy. I'm trying to bring life into your soul and light into it, into your soul to make, if you're driving, if you're in your office, or if you're in the shower, a great experience for you and just bring you some knowledge that hopefully you didn't know. So manifestation, the word manifestation means to create something or turn something from an idea into reality. So what is reality? Reality can be many different things, and all of us have a different reality. We're all seeing life through our perspective, through our lens, and 100% my reality is something completely different than your reality. You're living, you have a different family, you have a different home, a different car. Your reality is different. We have different careers. We're doing different things. So reality is really, obviously, I don't know, is it real? I'm not sure. Reality is just this weird thing that everyone has their own reality and everyone creates their own reality. And so when we talk about manifesting and we talk about creating our own reality, what I really feel like we're talking about is creating energy. How are you going to create energy to make the reality what you want? Okay. So I also believe that this planet is extremely magical and that we live on this huge big ball of energy that when you put something out into the universe, it comes back, right? We hopefully we all know that, especially as an entrepreneur. People always say when you work hard, when you make the calls, when you do the thing, when you invest in yourself and you take the course and you are constantly putting out, you're going to get back tenfold, right? Even look at investors, people that flip houses. When people are flipping houses, they're putting their funds out, they're putting their energy out to make this property come from, 0 to 10. They want to make a profit. They want to take this, property that has been distressed and it is something that needs a lot of love. It needs TLC. And so this person is going to put all their time and their energy and their resources into this property so that when they go to sell it, they make tenfold on that, right? So that's an exchange of energy. And that's kind of I feel like that's a good example to kind of put out there. So this podcast is brought to you by yours truly, me, Whitney Ward. I'm a licensed realtor in Colorado and Florida. I would love the opportunity to connect with you if you're looking to buy or sell real estate. You live in another state? No problem. I pride myself on connecting with the best and top realtors around. DM me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. I'd love to help you with your real estate goals. Chat soon. Let's get back to the show. So when we talk about manifesting, we're talking about seeing the future, seeing your future, where you want to go, what you want. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are trying to figure out how it's going to happen, because that's the magic of manifesting, okay? The magic of manifesting is I want that house. I want that relationship. I want that freedom, okay? So when you are putting your mind's eye on that, we don't really know how it's going to happen, but you also have to put aligned action. So for instance, I grew up, it's, funny, my dad has always told me, one, I should be a dentist or a realtor, but being a realtor, especially in society, the entrepreneurial journey is definitely something that is arising, and more people are waking up to realizing, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to run my own business. I want to figure out a way that I don't have to work for someone 8 to 5, and I want to go be an entrepreneur. So the entrepreneurial journey is definitely something that is, exploded since I've seen it. Really since high school. A lot of it has to do with social media, the internet, because there's so much knowledge out there that you can figure out how to become an entrepreneur, especially when you're passionate about something. So for instance, I was a little girl and I used to watch House Hunters on HDTV. And when I would watch House Hunters, I remember as like a fifth grade little girl looking at the TV, and I would think like, wow, that is so cool that someone shows houses for a living and makes money. Like, I want to do that. And I always thought that that would be the best job. So again, it's not really, at that time, it wasn't something that was popular. You know, being a realtor was something that you kind of had to be born into, or you really had to figure out someone to help you kind of get into that realm. So fast forward, I'm 21 years old, and I'm going to explain later on in a different episode how I really got into real estate and how that whole thing unfolded for me, because I think it's like its own episode completely. But I always remember I did work for a pediatric dentist and orthodontics at the time, and I would always meet all these entrepreneurs. And I just thought it was so interesting that I would meet all these people that worked for themselves and did their own thing. And sometimes the people were kind of creepy. Like one time there was this weird dad, no offense to the weird dads out there, but he just kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. And I remember him telling me he was an electrician. And I was like, wow, I can't believe people actually let you in your house. Like you're kind of creepy, dude. And, you know, it was crazy to me that even like these weird people were entrepreneurs and they created a life for themselves. And I really wanted that. So fast forward, I was in the operating room with one of the patients, and he was getting a cavity filled, and I had met his mom, and his mom's like, yeah, I'm a realtor. And I just looked at her, I was like, you're a realtor? Like, you're totally not HGTV. Like, you're not what I thought, because I thought realtors had to be like dressed to the nines, you know, in shape, fit, just full of life. Like, that's what I thought, because that was kind of what TV, right? Of course, told me. So when I saw this lady and she's like, yeah, I've been, you know, doing it for 3 years. I love it. It's changed my life, blah, blah, blah. In that moment was when I was like, you know what? If she can do it, I can do it. So I ended up going home that night, signed up for real estate school. And pretty much that brings me into how I learned manifesting, but I didn't even know I was manifesting at this time in my life. I just knew that if I wanted it, I could have it. And you know, it's funny because when we're kids, people tell you, "Oh, Whitney, you can do anything you want. You could be an astronaut. You could be a firefighter. You want to be a realtor, you could be a realtor. You want to do this, you could be that. You want to be the president, you could be that." But that's what they say when you're a kid. But then when you become an adult, it's like that just goes out of the window. And I don't quite understand why, because I have realized in this life that I've been on earth, you can do anything you want. If you can see it, you can have it. If you work towards something, you can do it. You can have it all. And so I want to just go back to the fact that I never stopped believing in myself. Okay, so I just knew I met this realtor. She's been successful. I go sign up for real estate school. I'm going to do it. It took me a while to get my license because I was working full time and had to study, but I was constantly every day, I'm going to be a realtor. Every day, I'm going to be a realtor. I was studying every day. I was working on my flashcards. Like it was in my forefront of my mind. I was going to become a realtor. And not only was I going to become a realtor, but I was going to become successful at being a realtor. Okay. So I started to just put that in my mind every day. And after a long time and lots of obstacles and craziness, I finally passed. I finally got my real estate license and I finally became a realtor. And I remember, I'll never forget, I had gotten little name tags made that said Whitney Ward Realtor, and they were like magnets. And I still have the photo on my deck because I had a roommate and we lived in this apartment. And I have a picture of me with my name tag. I'm a realtor, and I will never forget that like snapshot. It's like a major memory, core memory in my mind. And that for me was like, I did it. I had this goal. I worked so hard. I believed in myself. I knew I was going to become a realtor. It was like, no one was going to stop me. No one was going to tell me I couldn't. And if anyone did, I X'd them out and got them out of my life. Because when you are manifesting and you have these things that you want in your life, you have to make sure that number one, it is constantly in the forefront of your mind. And if you have people or you're watching things or you're seeing things that are giving you signals of that not happening, you have to cut those off, because the only way to truly persevere and to push forward is to believe in yourself and to just keep going. And if anyone tries to stop you, you just got to let them go. You got to cut them out. Sometimes if you're trying to work towards something and you need to change your habits, like let's say you want to lose weight. You can't just like sit here and be like, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to lose weight. And you don't change your eating. You don't change your exercise routine. You don't maybe change the things that you're listening to and the commercials that you hear and the things you watch late at night when they throw up the Taco Bell commercials, and now you're ordering it on, they throw up the Taco Bell commercials. Now you're ordering it on Uber Eats, and you're not changing anything, but you're telling yourself you're going to lose weight. You aren't going to manifest anything unless you have aligned action and you change some things in your life. You can't have success without changing things in your life. You cannot manifest a new career if you don't leave the job you're at. You cannot manifest a new relationship if you are a bad partner in a relationship, or you hate yourself and you don't even love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how are you supposed to love anyone else? So when it comes to manifesting, you have to make sure that it is always at the forefront of your mind, but also you have to take aligned action in that. And you have to believe in yourself. And sometimes those aligned actions are hard. Sometimes you sacrifice things. A lot of times you're going to sacrifice things, but you just have to know that you're pushing through, you're keeping going, you're running the race, you're moving forward, because you are going to achieve what you want. What you're manifesting is going to happen. You're not sure how, but it's going to happen. You can see your future. You can see where you're going. You keep on pushing, persevering, and moving forward. Also, like a big part of manifesting is making sure that you have the right people in your life, because if you're trying to, move forward or, start a new career, but you have all these people in your life that are like, why would you do that? You shouldn't do that. Move forward. Why would you even dream like that? You become like the people you hang around. So if you're trying to manifest these beautiful goals in this new life, but you have all this chit chat from this old life of yours that's still just trying to put their claws in you and pull you down because they're not happy, you got to cut those people off. So the number one, I think one of the number one successes in manifesting is to find people that are what you want to become, that are doing the things you want to do, and are always achieving more, and they're also manifesting. You have to become like those you hang around, and you will become like those you hang around. So if you got to cut some people off, if you got to change some things in your life, don't worry. We all have to do it. That is a part of this life. Not everyone is meant to be in our life forever, and not everyone is meant to stay in our life forever. Some people are meant to come in our timeline. They're meant to come into our life for a reason, in a season, and then that's it. And yes, that's a hard lesson. And, it does suck, especially if you have to cut off, really, really good friends that have been your friends for years and years and years. But it is just how it is, especially when you become to the point in your life where you are trying to evolve and you are trying to grow and persevere and make sure that your future is better. So just keep that in mind. Maybe think about some of the relationships you have, whether it's a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a best friend, sometimes family. I thankfully I have the best family in the world, and my family loves me, and I never would have to cut any of them off. But unfortunately, there are families in people's lives that aren't the best and that are very negative and are harmful. And sometimes, unfortunately, even you have to go find a new family, and that new family is out there. So I just want to encourage you, if you're really trying to get to the next level and you're really trying to manifest that next thing, but you're feeling like you're at a crossroads, just trust yourself, trust your intuition, because your intuition is there to guide you. And just know that maybe you don't need to cut them off completely, but maybe you just kind of take a step back. Maybe you don't talk to them as much, and maybe you try to hang out with new people. Or if you're in a season of your life where you're feeling really alone, again, there are people online, there are people that you can follow. There are people that you can reach out to that can help you, and that can be a tool and can help you get your mind right and help you move forward and make sure that you are always rising above to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one's going to believe in you. Most people don't believe in you anyway. So if you're not going to believe in yourself, you're never going to achieve what you want. So you have to, number one, believe in yourself. Well, I've said number one like 10 times. So number one, believe in yourself. Number one, also make sure that you are becoming and hanging around people that you want to become like. And if you're hanging around people, which let me tell you, I have had my fair share of people in my life that I've hung around and I've had to cut off because it was no longer serving me. Relationships were not only dangerous to my mental health, but my physical health. And there's been lots of times in my life where I've had to cut people off because I needed to find a new tribe, new friends. And I will say that when you do that, God always provides. The universe always does. When one door closes, another door is going to open. Sometimes that door slams real hard in your face, but you know what? Go to the next door. Open that door up, take a peek. If you like what you see, walk through. If not, shut it and go to the next. I mean, this whole life is about doors we open and doors that are closed. And that is how we continue to go on in this life. And we continue to move forward and be better people and, achieve the things we want and also manifest what we want. So I want to talk about a cool story about manifesting from when I was in high school. And if you don't know, I was a state champion cheerleader. I went to Air Academy High School in Colorado Springs, Colorado. So shout out to all my cheer friends and all my cheer BFFs. At the time, we were such a squad. We knew we were going to win. We knew we were the best. We all believed not only in ourselves individually, but we believed in ourselves as a collective. So my freshman year, I wasn't on the state team. And then my sophomore year, a lot of the girls, we moved up because we all wanted to be there. We knew we were going to win. We were great. So we move up. So our sophomore year, you go to summer camp, then you have all cheer every day after school for like 2 whole seasons. And then state is in December. So our sophomore year of high school, we ended up taking 4th place. That was a bummer. It's okay. My junior year, we ended up taking 2nd, and we were co-ed both years. And that was a hard one, but we were so close. Like we could feel the state championship, right? And when you win a state championship, I don't know if you know this, but we would get these giant rings, and our cheer coaches at the time had these giant rings. And so we were all like, 100%, we're getting it. We're getting that. We will have a ring. By the time we leave this high school, we will be state champions. So thankfully, our senior year, we ended up going to all girl. We dropped to all girl. Not that there was anything against the guys, but we felt like we had a much better opportunity if we went to all girl cheerleading. And, we took 2nd, but we just needed to go all girl, and we did that. So we go all girl our senior year, and it's cool because I've been talking about believing in ourselves and believing in yourself to achieve what you want to manifest. And our thing in our cheer squad, at the end of practice, we would all link our hands together, and you would hold your hand in a fist and stick out your thumb, and we would make this giant circle. So we made this big circle, and then all we would say was 1, 2, 3, and then we would say believe, and we would take our hands up and we would take them down and we would hold them still, and we would all yell believe because we believed in each other. So fast forward to December of 2010, we ended up winning state. I truly believe that all of us came together and we knew we were going to win. We knew. We're like, we're not going to lose again. We are going to win. And we did it. And we all believed in each other. And that was it. I mean, we just knew that we were going to win. And we worked really hard. Let me tell you, we had lots of injuries, lots of obstacles, but at the end of the day, we freaking won state and we were all state champions. So that's just kind of like a little cool story I wanted to share with you. Now you guys know that I was a cheerleader and a state champion. So shout out to all my cheerleading girls. I love you guys and miss you all and wish that we could do a routine together, but no chance that I could do what I used to do at this point in my life. So I'm just too scared to flip around, and I could stunt, but some of those stunts, my face at this point is way too important to me. So there's no chance I'm going to put anyone in a lib and let them double fold down in my arms at 30. So I just want to say, I think that's just like a little cool story about really believing in yourself, and also believing not only in yourself, but in a collective of people, because I also think that there's something super powerful about that also, is when you do surround yourself with people that believe the same thing, you can achieve a goal, and you can all manifest, and you can all move up and, achieve what you want as a collective. So again, it's really important to find people that believe in manifesting, that believe in a collective idea, and that want to move forward, and find other people like that, because we need people like us. We need people that can encourage us, that can be there for us, especially when we're feeling down, especially when we're feeling like things are getting hard and it's really hard to persevere, because manifesting is not just like this thing of I manifest everything and nothing's hard and my life's just rainbows and unicorns all the time. Like, absolutely not. There's ebbs and flows. That's just part of this life. We all have highs and lows, but it's important to find those people that can help ground you in those times where you are, one, having highs, but two, having lows, where they can ground you, they can cheer for you, they can root for you. And also sometimes they can give you, some encouragement when you're feeling down. So, I think that's kind of the message right now, that I really think the number one thing in manifesting is to believe in yourself, but also find like-minded people that can encourage you and help you and teach you, because this is a journey in life of learning, and it's a journey of teaching. It's a journey of moving forward. It's a journey of always trying to keep going. You can't give up. We cannot give up in this life. We cannot give up anything. You can't give up. You just can't. You have to persevere and move forward. So also, to go back to, I became a realtor, and so when I got my real estate license, I was super young, and I just knew that if I could get in front of people, people would trust me. So some of the aligned action that I took was, I feel like it was pretty hardcore. I had someone that told me, when you start real estate, the best way to get clients is people because they already know and trust you. So I end up sending personalized videos to every single person I know. And I just said, hey, it's Whitney. I wanted to let you know I'm in real estate now. If you know anyone looking to buy or sell, I would love to be a resource to you. Please refer anyone you know to me. Your support means everything to me. So not only was I doing that because that was my aligned action, I can't just get my real estate license and know I'm going to be a realtor without aligned action. So that was like the first thing I did out the gate. And I sent them my new business card with my cute picture on there. So awesome. And then also I door knocked, which is pretty freaking hardcore. If you've never door knocked, the heart palpitations I would get was very scary. But I will tell you, I picked up my very first listings from door knocking, and I picked up multiple listings from door knocking because I knew if I could get in front of people, they'll trust me. And one of the guys, I literally knocked on his door. He was a neighbor of my parents. And I think I listed his house 3 days later. Like that's how quickly that manifesting happened for me. And that was great because at the time I didn't have another job. I was only selling real estate and that was it. I knew that was all I wanted to do. And so I had to figure out ways to get in front of people so that they can trust me and also, get in that aligned action so that what I wanted would come true. So I started door knocking and then I literally did open houses every single weekend. What's crazy about that open house whole situation was the open house. I was doing open houses every weekend. I think like my third weekend, I had a guy come in and I would put like signs out in the yard, obviously, or in the street, because you want people to be able to find your open house. And so he walks in my open house and he goes, I love your signs. I need to list my house and I want you to list it. And that was another reason I picked up one of my first listings in real estate at 23 years old was just because I put signs out and I put myself out there and I was putting out aligned action and God, the universe gave back to me and I started making money. And people would ask me, how are you doing this? And I was like, I went back to the basics. I figured out a way to get in front of people. It definitely wasn't comfortable, but that was how I built my business. And it was literally so rewarding. And I don't door knock anymore because it's just not something that I feel safe doing anymore. And also, I just don't like disrupting people. And thankfully, at this point in my life, I have done real estate so long that people know I'm a realtor, and most of my business comes from referrals and online lead resources. So, just a little bit about like how I got into real estate and how I knew that I was going to become a realtor. I put out aligned action and my real estate career literally started building from that. My mom also was a stager, so it was super cool because I was able to have my mom be my stager. And so when I would come to these people and be like, don't worry, I'll help you. We'll get your house cleaned. We're going to stage the property. I'm going to have my stager come through. It just made me look so much more professional. So the other thing that's awesome about, continuing to have the right people in your life is as you start to see your dreams come true, the universe brings people into your life that can help you elevate to that next level. And so at that time, when I was really young, my mom knew how to stage and she really helped me get to that next level because I didn't know I didn't even know how to list a house, but with, the guidance of realtors that would help me. And then my mom, I was really looked like this extremely professional realtor. And in my mind, I was learning, I was committed, and I was committed to being the best and to always moving forward. And so I'm just so thankful that my mom is so talented at decorating and staging because she really helped me get to that next level when I was first starting real estate. Now I can do the staging pretty much myself, but I still love when she does it because she is really better at it than me. I don't know how she does it so amazing, but she's literally made for that. So, that's just another kind of like thing that when you are getting to that next level and you're really trying to manifest, making sure that you are hanging out with people that are what you want to become, because I do think that is so important. And then obviously I manifested my whole world to Florida. I lived in Colorado for 20 years. Every freaking boyfriend I dated, I told them, by the way, I'm moving to Florida. I know I've said this in a previous podcast, but that is what I did. And I literally manifested that. And I told them just so you know, this is where I'm going. So if we're meant to be, we'll go. and, things could change, but I had to go back to Florida. I felt like I had to go back home. And I don't know if I'm going to stay in Florida forever, but at that time I knew that Florida was where I was going and what I was going to do. And I always told people moving to Florida, even though I didn't know how it was going to happen, I always knew it was exactly where I was going. And here I am sitting in my beautiful home in Florida, and so even with real estate, I want to, buy a house. So when I moved to Florida, I knew that I was going to buy a house, and I did. And I paid all my taxes. I did everything I needed to do. I saved my money, and I made sure that when I moved to Florida, I'm buying my house there, and that is what I'm doing. And now my next manifestation that I'm really trying to manifest is just continuing to work hard, continuing to sell real estate, because my next house, I don't necessarily need it to be bigger, but I want it to be newer, and I have to have a pool. Whimsy, my dog, he's 4. He's obsessed with swimming. Literally, we renamed him Swimsy, my dad did, because he is obsessed with swimming. So I really want to buy a house. My next house, it has to have a pool for my dog. I want to be able to have pool parties because I'm such a party girl. I love to throw a party. I am the party. And I just want to make sure that my next house has a pool. And also, all my besties have kids. And literally all the kids always are like, Aunt Whitney, why don't you have a pool? I'm like, don't worry, guys. Next house, the pool is coming. Don't you worry. It'll be here before you know it. So that is really what I'm, working towards next. I can't wait to have my pool house. I see it every day. I know exactly what it looks like. I feel like I know where it's going to be. I also really want to be on a canal so that I can have a boat in my backyard and take like night cruises or hop on the boat whenever I want. And so that's really like what I'm manifesting now is I just want to have a house with a pool on a canal, probably with a boat. So it's not too much to ask for. It's super achievable. I know exactly where I'm going. I know how I'm going to get there. I know what I got to do. I know I have to keep, doing the inner work in my life. I have to keep manifesting. I have to keep seeing my future in my forefront of my mind's eye. And all the things, just like all the things have happened now, that all the things are going to continue to happen because manifestation is just an energy exchange. It's literally just, putting something out to get what you want. Something else that when I moved to Florida, because I had kind of said this earlier that I didn't really know I was actually manifesting. I just always believed in myself and I knew exactly where I was going. But knowledge is power. And when I learned what I was doing, it was like a light bulb in my head went off and I was able to not only understand what I was doing, but I was able to get more knowledge and really start doing more research on manifesting and, listening to people and finding people that were manifesting and, watching what they were manifesting. Because I think that it is just like such a powerful tool. And I think it's the key to this life. And a movie that I watched that if you haven't seen this, definitely search it up and go watch it. It's called The Secret. This movie really kind of unlocked the visuals of manifestation for me and kind of brought it all together because like I said, I'd been manifesting but didn't really know that's what I was doing. I just always believed in myself and knew I wasn't going to fail and failure wasn't something I could do. And so when I watched this movie, when I moved to Florida, it really helped me. Then I went and bought the book, and the book and the movie are pretty much the exact same thing. But that movie, if you are new to the manifesting, and this is kind of the first thing that you are hearing about it and you're curious, go watch The Secret. That is a great movie. It will really kind of help hopefully bring this all together, give you more tools and powers, and hopefully unlock your mind to understanding what manifesting is. Because this, again, manifesting is a ball of energy. If you have the energy and you are feeling lit up and you are feeling excited and you know where you're going and you have goals and dreams and aspirations and you don't let anyone stop you, that is what manifesting is, and you will achieve all the things you want in your life. So I just want to leave it there. I hope that this helped you guys. I really love you all. I want to bring just light into your life. I want you to be happy. I want you to feel alive. I want you to feel full of joy. And I want you to have all your dreams come true, because dreams do come true. And we are here to help each other, and we need each other. So I really hope this helped you guys. I love you all so much. Be a light in someone's life. Keep learning, keep manifesting, keep going after your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do something. The only reason you're not going to do something is if you decide you're not going to do it. So, put what you want out in the universe, keep working hard. And to anyone that's in a job and you feel like you really want to do something else and not be doing that, maybe, and let's say you don't really know what that is, and you don't really know what you want to do, but you know that there's something better. You know that there's more freedom you want. You know there's more financial stability you want and financial gains you want. I think something that you could do that might help is reach out to someone that you love. Maybe reach out to a few people and say, hey, I'm just not feeling lit up in life. I feel like there's more to life. I feel like there's something else I could be doing. I could share with the world. I could bring more positivity to people and help people. Ask those people that are close to you, what are my strengths? What do I do that makes you happy? When you think of me, what do you think about? And if there was a career or a new job that you think I would be good at, what do you think it would be? Sometimes we just need to ask questions, and we need to get out of our own minds. And I bet you're going to be extremely happy with the answers that people will give you. And maybe someone will have an amazing idea for you that you never thought of. And just asking a simple question of, who am I? And what do you think what I'm here to do? And what am I good at? Could really unlock your whole potential and could unlock a whole new world for you. So, that's always something too. If you're feeling like you don't know what's next, talk to people you love and trust, and that can give you some advice on what you're good at and how they see you, because we also see ourselves differently than other people see us. So ask them, if you know me and you want to talk to me, I would love to talk to you. We can hop on a Zoom. We can have a phone call. I would love to be a resource. If you're really trying to find out how to have more freedom in your life, give me a call, shoot me a DM. I'm here to help. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this because I love it, and I am more excited to learn as I venture off in the podcast world, and I've learned so much already. But just reach out to people. People love you. And if someone can't give you anything that you're good at or good ideas, maybe you should cut them off. Maybe that's not someone that should be in your life right now, because you need to find people that are movers and shakers and can help you move and shake your life in this world, because this is a beautiful world. We are living in beautiful times. We literally have so much potential, and there's so much opportunity for all of us. So go find those people that inspire you. Go ask them to help you get to the next level. If you're someone that can help people, start helping people. We all need help. We all need each other. Without each other, we truly have nothing. And without believing in yourself, you don't have anything. And that is the truth. So believe in yourself, find like-minded people that will help you grow, and manifest the biggest, baddest things you ever want, because I'm telling you, it is true and it can happen. Dreams do come true. Okay. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for taking time out of your day to listen to what I have to say. I hope this helped. Please, when you're listening, share it on social media. Tag me, Whitney's World Podcast. I'm also on TikTok. Let me know you're listening to it. Let me know if this helped. I really want to help you guys. I really want to be someone that you can, turn my podcast on, and that you're going to get at least one great nugget of wisdom that you didn't know before. So please share with me your feedback, what you love, what you're learning, and tag me on social media. I love you guys. Seriously, you're the best. Have a great summer, and I will see you next week. Bye.
You could tell I never found love, always found drugs in the bottom of a bag, but I could never touch how you felt when I laugh or I smile, but I guess I never felt that. And it's sad to say, I'm staring at the sun, but the clouds are gray. I'm feeling kinda down, but I got one to take. She says she want me now, but I got money to make. So I'm dissing, I'm just sensing she ain't grabbing what I put down. But I'ma pick it up, cause I need to pick up how I find myself at night, but lost in the morn. And I can find the energy to rise. I'm torn between life and the reaper, bridges I burn. I built them pretty strong, I think it's time to return. My faded path lit, I'm staring at feet. I'm looking in the mirror at the face of defeat. I let hope build, they steal it with a smile. I always wonder why I get a grip. I feel I can't move like this, I'm smooth like this. Why I'm always feeling dark, looking death in the mist. You can find me with the shadows in the gallows for the dead. See a demon on my back, feel the sadness in my head. In the mirror it's clear, we inching closer to death. But I'm only ever breathing when I'm taking a step. So where my head at, where my sense of worth? I guess I'll have to find it on a journey to birth. My confidence back, I'm digging deep in my chest. Take a breath, let it out, lay your worries to rest.
Do I feel happy in life? I'm not just generally happy. If I'm generally anything, I guess I'm generally miserable.